So it's been a long time since I made a video, and I wanted this to be something that I really put out there because this is something that anyways. I've been doing a lot of thinking about gender lately, and just kind of the masculinity and femininity, what those are. And so for where I'm at is who I am as a being, and what that means to me is just like anybody else on this planet, we are just being. And it's just really simple if you look super hard into it, but no, really. Male is what I have transitioned into being born female. And throughout this process, I have no parts that would produce these hormones. Like, don't have balls, and I've had the insides all taken out. So somebody who has no hormones, like anybody else would, or those things having some kind of manipulation and impact into how my brain works and stuff, I have taken hormones for testosterone, but throughout this time, since my total hysterectomy, overectomy thing, whatever it is that they do, but after all of that, there's been many times where I have not been able to get my hormones. And also being vegan, I am exposed to a very specific hormone. Like, I don't eat processed, and I don't have meat, I don't have any of these products, dairy or anything that have these hormones in it, so I don't have that influence. What I would have is there's tons of soy in a vegan diet, and not knowing how to do it. I mean, there was times where I was just having soy because of all this tofu and stuff I was eating, and but not having my testosterone injections as well. And I had to really understand how your body, or my body I should say, works. And I've had a lot of what I feel like it kind of like PMS side effects, because I know how that is. And I so it's been a big balance. But one of the things I really put into my mind was where I stand as shed back these hormones and as just a being. And that's all I could really come up with, was just, I'm just a being. Like, as society, I feel we see a man, therefore male, but he has to have a little emotion. That's why you want to have a little bit of femininity, right? And the other way around, you see the woman, you say, oh, okay, but you want her to be strong, independent, like headstrong, like they would say the masculinity is. So therefore, you would have a little bit of that, And I understand the heart and head thing for sure, but I also see, we are the yin yang. All in all, we're just a being here, and that goes back to the whole equality thing and the gender thing. It's so silly. But society has become so much brain power, this, and so much less about emotion. So it's suppressing and progressing, and we can go all day about that. But just as everything else, it's in extremes. So obviously we see that we're way out of yin yang. This world is becoming power hungry, greedy, just disgusting, but really just cloud of judgment, and all for this power hungry, egotistic thing. And so it was suppressing so much of that heart and the compassion, love, and sensitivity that people are starting to catch on to, and we're all starting to feed off of each other. These things, this revolution that's happening is bouncing us back into the yin yang, and you can see it in any philosophy, you can see it in any religion, history, all the Vedic nature of things. We're shifting, and I just feel like what's happening is we're all understanding that we're just beings. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was saying that though she was so upset with how her life has been, what's been going on, and all these things that she had so much guilt and regret for, was, to me, it just sounded so great. Because the biggest thing you can do is see it. Once we're aware, it's a snowball effect. You can't look at things anymore the way that they once were. And it's scary, and it's scary. So, yeah, you feel like you've been lied to, and you feel like it was all it's a joke, and it hurts, and it's question a lot of motives, you question just reality. you question, and you peek out of the cloak, and it's a whole different world. There's an analogy that we're all caterpillars in cocoons, and this is something we know, and it's comfortable, and this is cozy. You go to Walmart and get anything you could possibly need, and with this plastic card, take your zoomy little ship back home, and it's so luxurious, but yet there's always more. There's a jet you could have. You could just fly to Hawaii like that. Like, no, it's so silly. You break out of the cocoon, and you gotta learn how to fly quick, because you're just so overwhelmed, and that gets really scary. And all these new sounds, colors, like light, it's one of those things everybody says, you can't really explain in words, I'm like, please tell me you know. Some great things are happening, and I see it. A lot of people see it. And I'm excited to be alive, and I'm excited to go through all these struggles and feel all these new crazy it's just incredible. I didn't know what courageous was before this. I didn't know what integrity was before this. I didn't know what resilience was. Compassion. I thought I was so compassionate. passion, feeling. Something, even just seeing trash hits you in a different way, you know? And I'm just a being in this world, in this little speck of dust in this ginormous galaxy. I would like to go by they now. I go by they now. Because that's as raw as it gets. We're just beings here. Man, woman, okay, you can call them that, but we're just beings. We're all equal. You probably can't even hear me talk. I'm glad I did this, though. Victorious.